stop, begin, up, down, lose, win, enemy, friend. Then it happens all over again. So move with self-control and discipline, because life is a roller coaster. Be ready for the game. Insult me, telling me I look like my daddy. I mean, you hate men or something. You got something against your father. Like you have some daddy issues, sis. Is there some daddy issues? Father wasn't there. Stop being petty. Like I still want to look like my daddy. Like what? Like. Everybody out there, I made this video especially for YouTube. Welcome to another edition of Mama Gave Us Hip Hop. The hip, you hop to the hip hop, and you don't stop. Last time I did this edition of Mama Gave Us Hip Hop, it was crazy because I was using content, trying to figure some stuff out. And so I kind of got the video blocked in a couple of countries. So this week, I'm not going to add as many images, but I am going to share some images of artists who have impacted hip hop and hit it hard, like some good. But yeah, trying to keep it rated G, rated PG, you feel me? But artists like, of course, Tupac. Just holding my tea, they gon' show us how to thrive, problem solve and evolve. Not a slave to the matrix, playing catfish with fake pics, running trains like a dirty flick, abusing time, playing cheap. Biggie Smalls. Life path numbers 4 and 3, 7 going on 8 shaped like infinity, cause I'm infinitely tapping into my divinity like a trinity. Snoop Doggy Dogg.
It was either be broke or get paid, so we sold us. We ain't really like them anyway, so we sold us. We sold us, we sold us. Don't get moody, it's okay.
Dre.
Either be broke or get paid, so we sold us. We ain't really like them anyway, so we sold us. We sold us, we sold us. People wanted sex, so we sold us. We sold.
Lil Bow
Wow. Lose anyway, so we sold us. We knew we had what they wanted, so we sold us. They was going to get it anyway, so we sold us. Made a price, we sold us. Paid a price, we sold us. No matter who.
Jay-Z.
Reality shows we sold us. We ain't wanna sell, but they told us we can die right now without any robust. We could break us down into pieces and sell us. They gave us a check for entering in.
So many, right now, the funny thing, if you notice, I've been naming all men because it's actually a male-dominated industry.
Tribute, so we sold us. How much you make an hour? Yeah, we sold us. What's the per capita per kid manufactured? We sold us. We sold us. In pursuit of the good life, we sold us. Trying to keep up with the times, we sold us. We ain't really like the many.
But did you know that Momma legitimately gave us hip hop? So y'all really get this. I've got to take this crown off and meet y'all where y'all at right now. And we just gonna meet the people where they at, you feel me? Momma legitimately gave us hip hop. When I first started doing the Momma Gave Us Hip Hop content, I was saying that Momma gave us hip hop because of my mother's gave me hip hop. It started off with my grandmother. She's the one who used to write the journals, and then my mother, she did the poetry. And so by the time it got to me,
it became song, it became music.
When I said Momma gave us hip hop, that's what I was talking about. But come to find out, Momma really did give us hip hop. So I was Googling the woman who started hip hop. You can literally put this in your search engine. The woman who started hip hop. You can put that in your search engine in YouTube, and this woman will come up. Her name is Sylvia Robinson.
Mad at yourself when we selling fake us. We sold us. We sold us. It's time now.
They're called, and she is the mother of hip-hop.
For those of you younger people who don't know who Sylvia Robinson is, Sylvia Robinson is known as the mother of hip-hop. She's known as the first record producer to bring hip-hop to the mainstream. She started her own record label, Sugar Hill Records, in 1979. And when she signs the group, the Sugar Hill Gang, they release Rapper's Delight. And the song becomes hugely successful, and it sells platinum. And this song is what brought rap music to the mainstream. Before 1979, most rap music was just looked at as an underground fad that was played at block parties. But when she signs the Sugar Hill Gang and they release Rapper's Delight, this is what brought rap music to the mainstream. And then in 1982, she releases The Message with the Furious Five. And that was also hugely successful. Now, Sylvia Robinson was born on May 29th, 1935 in Harlem, New York. Her parents were immigrants from the Virgin Islands. And she has a lot of success throughout the 1970s as a solo artist. And like I said earlier in the video, she starts her own record company in 1979 called Sugar Hill Records. And this record company is what brought rap music to the mainstream. If it wasn't for Sugar Hill Records, there would be no rap music today. There would be no such thing as hip-hop in the mainstream.
Type of person that never like to copy things that are out there. I always like to come with something new, something different. And I felt as though if I came with a concept like this, either it was going to hit or it was going to miss. And I really felt strong about it, that it was going to be a hit.
Bam, you know, Momma coming through with the machete for the weeds, getting the ground ready because you know we planting seeds. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the lyrics to my new song. You know what I'm saying? And it is a whole vibe. I think I'll put a little clip up in there right here and let y'all get into a little piece of my artistry, you feel me?
Seasons change, but something stay the same. Still rooted like a tree. Fake things fall like leaves. Mama coming through with the machete for the weeds. Getting the ground ready cause you know we plant seeds. Let me tell you about the birds and the bees. This that love story, that struggle story. Our ancestors been getting glory. Running metaphor.
Yay! So Momma literally gave us hip-hop. You know what I'm saying? Momma is responsible. Sylvia Robinson gave us hip-hop. You know what I'm saying? She came through with the machete for the weeds, got the ground ready and planted them seeds, and then it became a male-dominated industry. It all started with XX. Period. You know what I'm saying? They got it from Momma. And so in this Women's Heritage Month, in this Women's History Month, I want to give a shout out to Sylvia Robinson, the mother of hip hop. Yes! This video is not really going to be that long today because it's basically just to shout out Sylvia Robinson and just to acknowledge women, to acknowledge the femmes, to acknowledge the ones who are walking this path and doing what needs to be done to make sure that that divine feminine energy remains strong and vibrant on this plane. You feel me? Put it in the rhyme, put it in the hip hop. And there's this another artist, her name is Soul. And she is so conscious. You need to check out her music because I love conscious music. I'm gonna put a little clip from Soul right up in here.
Right on the breath, right on the breath. All that energy rides on the breath. Death to the ego, fear to the left. Free from material, now what's left? Us, you.
you know what I'm saying, if you like that more just like gutter, straight up out the hood, getting it out the mud type feel, you know, Lady Bling is there. She can give you that type of feel. But if you want that conscious, you know, that's finna tell you about the principles and the laws and the spiritual, you know, laws and principles and the science behind our being, and talk about the divine masculine and the divine feminine. It depends on where you're at in consciousness. So you know what I'm saying? When I'm feeling like getting it out the mud, you know, I go and I holler at, you know what I'm saying, Lady Bling. And when I'm feeling like that conscious, I go and mess with soul. You know what I'm saying? I try to feed myself a variety of music because I want to be conscious of everything that's going on. It's hard for me to really get into the whole queer community, trans, like, because it's not a lot of conscious artists. There's one out there. I have a hard time pronouncing her name, so I might get it wrong. But her name is Aset. And she's been putting out some fire music, you know, with some really conscious messages. And I do like her music, so I want to give her a shout out.
Save her from the suffer, sober from the drugs that give him comfort. Don't need to take that shit, I am the upper. This empress bears the love, I am the mother. Yes. Mother of all things, may not give birth but grounded my siblings. The mass they choose see, very inconvenient to those who don't choose.
I said yes, and if I'm saying it wrong, girl, please inbox me on my Facebook, girl, so that I can make sure that I get it right next time. But she's one of the conscious, you know, girls. She have different kinds of music, but you know what I'm saying? She balances her messages. Like, she could be, you know, she could be all things. She could be Lady Bling and soul, you know what I'm saying? A mixture, but you know what I'm saying? She put out some conscious music, so I really, like, appreciate her for that. So I want to give her a shout out on this platform, because then you have girls who put out stuff like this.
Mirror, mirror, tell me true. When will the oppressed have their due? When will the oppressed have their due? When will the oppressed have their due? Mirror, mirror, tell me true. When will the oppressed have their due? When will the oppressed have their due? When will the oppressed have their due? You can't define the sea, because my cat belongs to me. Whether it's a 13 inches, whether it's an innie or outie, whether it's an XX chromosome or an XY chromosome, you can't define this system.
Yes, bitch.
You know what I'm saying? So it's good to have a balance when it comes to the content that we feed into our psyche and we put into our being, because this shapes reality not only for us, but for our offspring, for our little ancestors, for our children. What we feed them, we think it's innocent entertainment, but if there's not a balance, then all you are feeding them is lower vibrational things. So, you know, you can't just feed yourself a certain type of content. You have to feed yourself a balance of things to make sure, like, that's like, say for example, you growing a flower and you just water it all the time. So all you giving it is water. You don't give it no sunlight. You just giving it water. You just giving it water. You just keep giving it water. No sunlight, but you watering it. You stay giving it water. It's getting too much water. It's not gonna grow right. It might even die. It needs a balance of things. It needs a balance of, you know, you can't bombard it with too much. You have to give it a balance of sunlight. You have to give it a balance of gentle weather. You know what I'm saying? You have to make sure the soil is right. And all of these things have to be balanced. If you oversaturate it with any of these things, if a plant gets too much sunlight, even though sunlight is good for plants, if it gets too much of it, it'll scorch it and kill it. If it gets too much rain, it'll break, it'll bend. So too much of anything is not good. So you have to balance yourself out. You can't saturate yourself with one kind of message or live in one reality because you won't be a balanced human being. So, you know, let's get that balance back in hip hop. So, and make sure that we're getting a blend of messages, some messages that are going to help to elevate us, some messages that are going to help to keep us grounded, some messages that's going to buck us up when we need to be bucked up, some messages that are going to help to soothe us when we need to be soothed, some messages that are going to feed our awakening and feed our purpose and our passion and feed our being. Amen, and women. So, hip hop has become a male dominated industry, but this message is basically to remind you that Mama gave us hip hop. I'm going to continue to do these check-ins and let you know what's going on. Also want to throw in this quick shout out. Made the list to be honored over at the Ashe Cultural Arts Center. Very excited about that. It's an opportunity to push the conversation forward about beings like myself. I'm a whole lot of things. They didn't call me a whole lot of things in this world. And before I leave here, they're gonna call me a whole lot more. But I'm honored that, you know, her personage could merit and garner that type of respect in the Black community.
Physically and spiritually, nothing can hinder this. I am the genderless offspring of it all. Remove us and the whole thing falls and starts again. That's gravity, my friend. Thought we wasn't there, but we was there too. See you in a minute, cause we bout to come through. To Mocha Night, that's nothing and everything. The scene and the hitting.
I love y'all, you know what I'm saying? And hey. Oh yes! Remember who you are. Know your worth. Make sure your crown is fixed upon thy head. Make sure your crown is fixed upon thy head for this Women's History Heritage Month. I love you all, and thank you for joining us for another Mama Gave Us Hip Hop. I light this candle to guide home the ancestors who transitioned this realm today, those who are changing forms. And I also light this candle to guide in those who are taking form in this reality. May they have the strength, the peace, the passion, the protection, and the will to accomplish all that they have been ordained and anointed to do. All these blessings we ask in the name of the many who have come to shape and impact consciousness. Amen, amen. Down with the I say cool, it keeps spinning and turning. Iangani, Iyanko Kalukalo, which means I am a child of God Goddess. And if I am, you know you are. Mama, thank you for giving us hip hop.